Welcome to Marvelous Top 10. Subscribe our channel and place your valuable comments. Here are the miracle accidental gold finds in the world. 10. Bactrian gold. 1978. A year before the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, in 1978, a Soviet-Afghan team of archaeologists led by a Greek-Russian archaeologist Viktor Serinity was excavating at Tilla Tepe. In Persian, that means golden hill, and little did the team know how aptly that was named. At the site, there were 6 burial mounds, 1 containing a man, and 5 containing women, who were possibly the man's wives. Out of the ground came 20,600 items, including coins, gold, silver, ivory, and precious stones. 9. Saddle Ridge Hoard. In February 2013, a Northern California couple were walking their dog on their large, rural property when something caught their eye. It was a large, rusty can. After prying it out of the ground, the couple was amazed to find that the can contained gold coins. Using a metal detector, they unearthed 8 cans filled with 1,427 gold coins that all dated from between 1847 and 1894. The couple then noticed an old can hanging from a tree, and an odd-shaped rack on a nearby hillside. These 2 markers pointed directly to the burial site. 8. The Panegyrish treasure. 1949. Value, priceless. On December 8, 1949, brothers Pavel, Petko, and Mikhail Dakov were searching for clay at a tile factory near Panegyrish, Bulgaria, when one of the brothers found what looked like a whistle and other objects. The brothers then took them to the mayor's office. The whistle was actually a solid gold ceremonial drinking horn dating to the 4th century BC. There were also golden decanters, golden dishes, and gold vases. In all, 13 pounds 6.164 kilograms of 24-karat gold was unearthed. The items date to between the 4th and 3rd centuries BC and are thought to have belonged to the Thracian king, South 3rd. The items might have been buried to hide them from invasions by the Celts or Macedonians. The treasure is displayed at the Plovdiv Regional Historical Museum. 7. Caesarea sunken treasure. 2015. Value, priceless. In February 2015, a violent storm churned up Israel's Mediterranean coastline. The next morning, Zvika Fair was scuba diving off the ancient port town of Caesarea when something caught his eye. The seafloor was littered with gold coins having Arabic script on both sides. The coins were dinars, minted during the reigns of Caliphs al-Hakim 996-021 AD and his son al-Zahir 1021-036 AD. At that time, Caesarea was part of the Islamic Fatimid dynasty, and the time period was just before the First Crusade in 1095 AD. 6. The Kerdale Hoard. 1840. Value, $3.2 million. On May 15, 1840, a group of workers was repairing the embankment of the River Ribble in Kerdale, which is near Preston, England. They dug up a lead box which contained one of the largest Viking hoards. The hoard was comprised of over 8,600 items, including silver coins, jewelry, and silver ingots. While most of the items were created in eastern England Viking settlements, some of them came from Scandinavia, Italy. The coins were most likely buried between 903 AD and 910 AD, right after the Vikings had been expelled from Dublin. Surprisingly, Preston folklore was that anyone who stands on the south bank of the River Ribble and looks upriver would be within sight of the richest treasure in England. The treasure was given to Queen Victoria, and it is currently on display at the British Museum. The Kerdale Hoard was included in the 2003 BBC documentary, Our Top 10 Treasures. 5. Hoxne Hoard. 1992. Value, $3.8 million. On November 16, 1992, tenant farmer Peter Watling had lost a hammer in a farm field just southwest of the village of Hoxne in Suffolk, England. The tenant asked his friend, Eric Laws, to use his metal detector to find the hammer. What Laws found instead were silver spoons, gold jewelry, and gold and silver coins. After alerting authorities, a team of archaeologists was dispatched to the site, and they excavated it in a day. What they unearthed was the largest hoard of late Roman gold and silver ever discovered in Britain. The Hoxne Hoard is also the largest collection of 4th and 5th century coins found anywhere in the Roman Empire. Among the items in the hoard were 569 gold coins Salidi, 14,272 silver coins, milliorences and silicae, 24 bronze coins Numi, 29 gold jewelry pieces, 98 silver spoons and ladles, a silver vessel handle shaped like a tigress, and 4 pepper pots, including the Empress pepper pot. In 1993, England's Treasure Valuation Committee valued the hoard at £0.75 million, or £0.5 million in 2018 pounds. That amount was paid to Watling and Laws. The Hawkshaw hoard is on display at the British Museum in London. Also on display is Watling's Hammer 4 Staffordshire hoard, 2009 value, $4.1 million. On July 5, 2009, Terry Herbert, an amateur treasure hunter, was searching a newly ploughed farm field near Hammerwick, Staffordshire, England when his metal detector pinged. With the permission of the landowner, Fred Johnson, over 5 days of digging, 3,500 objects were pulled from the ground. They were part of what came to be called the Staffordshire hoard. It is comprised solely of military objects, with no vessels or eating utensils or jewelry. It included over 11 pounds 5.1 kilograms of gold, 3 pounds 1.4 kilograms of silver and semi-precious garnets. The garnets would have come from as far away as Sri Lanka or Afghanistan. The objects were most likely created during the 6th and 7th centuries. At that time, the location was part of the Anglo-Saxon kingdom of Mercia. It's possible that the hoard was buried in 875 AD when the area came under attack in November 2009. The hoard was valued at £0.285 million, and the Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery launched a fundraising effort to raise enough money to buy it. With only 3 weeks to go before a deadline, that amount was raised. Today, the hoard is displayed at the Birmingham Museum. In 2012, 2 documentaries about the hoard aired, the BBC 2 Saxon Hoard, A Golden Discovery, and the Time Team's Secrets of the Saxon Gold 3. St. Albans Hoard, 2012 value, £100,000. In September 2012, Wesley Carrington went into a shop in the English town of Berkhamsted and bought a beginner's metal detector. He then went out to hunt for coins on a farm field. Roman solidi, which date to the late 4th century AD. This was when the Roman occupation of Britain ended. The coins were struck during the reigns of Emperors Gratian, Valentinian II, Theodosius I, Arcadius and Honorius, and they were far more valuable than the typical silver and bronze Roman coins. 2. The Locatellan Second Hoard, 2012 value, over £10 million. Sometime in the early 1980s, metal detection enthusiasts Reg Mead and Richard Miles encountered a woman who told them a strange story. She said that her father, a farmer on the British island of Jersey in the English Channel, had discovered silver coins while ploughing his field. Mead and Miles approached the farmer, who gave them permission to search, but only for 10 to 15 hours right after the field's crop were harvested. 30 years later, Mead and Miles were still searching when in June 2012, they spotted coins. Calling in some professional archaeologists, the coins slowly made their way out of the ground, all 68,000 of them. The hoard also contained gold necktorks, a sort of open-ended necklace, and glass beads. Archaeologists determined that the hoard was buried around 30 BC to 40 BC by French Celts who were known as the Coriosolitae tribe of Celts. They were most likely fleeing from a Roman invasion. Julius Caesar was the Roman emperor at the time. The Locatellan Second Hoard is the largest hoard of gold jewelry and Celtic coins ever discovered. 1. Schroda Treasure, 1885 to 1888 value, $120 million. On June 8, 1885, workers were demolishing an old building in the Polish town of Schroda Śląska when they found a vase. In it were over 3,000 silver coins dating to the 14th century. When demolition work moved to a nearby building, silver coins and gold florin coins were found. Enterprising locals started scouring the municipal landfill where debris from the buildings had been taken. That's when things took an eye-popping turn. Items found included a gold woman's crown that most likely belonged to the first wife of Emperor Charles IV, 2 12th-century gold pendants, 2 13th-century gold pendants, a medieval gold clasp containing precious stones, and a sapphire ring.